Hey, what's good everybody? This is John J. Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA 14. We got that college football revamp, of course, and we're here at home. We're playing up against the Indiana Hoosiers. Reed Corso is going to be rocking with them. Our offense, is starting to come alive here. We're averaging 35 points per game, but the defense has been atrocious so far, so one thing that I really need to see our defense step up. And then if our offense can come with the same kind of effort that it came in last week, I really think that we can come out and win this game against the Indiana Hoosiers, especially since we are chilling at home. But that being said, though, we have quite a few guys coming in and visiting this week. Let's just go ahead and just check it out real quick just to see, who's coming to town and, who isn't going to be coming to town. So just checking out who we got going. We got Brandon Morris visiting, Xavier Robertson visiting, Andy Robertson, Jason Howard, Cedric Hill, John Bird, and then Sean Cox. So we had 7 of the 9 guys that we already scheduled visits with. They are going to be visiting today. So a huge visit day for us as half of our recruiting board's coming to visit. So that being said, only one thing left to do now. We need to go ahead and take care of business. And it should be a good one, man, so make sure you smash that like button for me. And also hit me up down in the comments as well. I love interacting with all of you guys. I try to read and respond to all your guys' comments, so keep it coming. Let's go ahead and get this thing underway, baby. Let's go. Alright, man, so let's go ahead and get things officially underway now. We get the ball to start things off, and what a way to start things off as well, using the speed of Miami Uiagalelei. Nice first down for us to start off here. We needed it in the worst way, as we're going to be relying on that run game, man. It's been, something that we really need to get going, and if our run game does get going, then maybe we have a chance to win this thing, man. But first drive here, gotta be critical here. 3rd and 3 that we're facing. Let's see if we can get it done here as Miami drops back. He's looking around. I see wide open. I didn't want to throw it, though. I didn't trust Miami's arm. I should have thrown it, though. But, yeah, that's how this drive ends for us. Saw some promising stuff, but still, we got some things that we got to work on for sure. We do pin them deep, though. Let's see if we can turn that into a stop on defense as they throw it out to the left-hand side and get out to Joe Lane for a gain of 14 on that one. As we have another 1st and 10 coming up for the Indiana Hoosiers, their first drive of the game. As Mayer goes ahead and hands it off to Bass, where Otis Finn's going to go ahead and bring him down for a gain of 5 on that one. As now 2nd and 5 coming up. Maynard in the shotgun. Going to go with a 4-wide set. As Maynard drops back, he's hit as he's thrown. And he had himself a man, but it's incomplete. The pressure probably forcing that incompletion as we get him to a 3rd and 5 because of it. Maynard dropping back again, trying to run this halfback screen, but guys are responding. We force him out of bounds for the first down marker. But for now, it's just a small win, simply because our next drive, we actually go 3 and out. So it's time for our team to respond once again as Phillips just lays out Justin Burden for a gain of 14. So they're getting close to midfield, but we do get them to a 3rd and 11. They're already 0 for 1 on 3rd down conversions, trying to make it 0 for 2 as we nearly get the sack. Otis Finn able to get into the backfield, but still forcing the punt. And Earlham gets the football back. It's still tied up. Nobody has scored yet in this game. We're trying to be the first one to score, as we actually get a nice throw out to Adam Hill III, who doesn't get lit up like a Christmas tree for a change. Is now 2 plays later, 2nd and 7 now. CJ Patton in the game. He throws a dart over to Danny Carson, makes the man miss, but trips and falls. The 6'1" product from Richmond, Indiana, with a huge throw on 2nd and 7. And we're definitely within field goal range, but we're thinking of a little bigger, though, as Miami drops back. Tries to throw a dart to Jakeem Short, and it's incomplete, unfortunately. So now 2nd and 10 now coming up. CJ Patton in the game once again. He had a nice throw earlier in the drive, but we missed the easy throw. So we had CJ Holman, as a check down, but we couldn't get it. And so now we got 3rd and 10 now coming up. Miami dropping back. We should have had that. Jariah Bond was open. He was going to get himself a 1st down if we actually threw it accurately. But instead, Jacob Ramos, he's going to come out and get the field goal for us, which is good. So we do get a few points on the board. Hoping to keep the drive going. As we go ahead and get a studio update, BYU actually beats fellow conference opponent Mount St. Joseph. Really close game, though, 35-28. But yeah, we got our first lead of the game. We're in the first points of the game as well. 3-0 here as Bass is trying to take it down the sideline. He's eventually cut down by Giante McLaurin. We had dudes there. We got to make those tackles with more consistency, as we can't really afford to make mistakes still, even though the team is significantly better since the inception of FBS football here at Earlham College. As a nice sack by Otis Finn makes it 2nd and 17. Maynardville will drop back. He's going to throw a dart to the right-hand side to Joe Lane. It actually gets both feet down. That's an NFL catch. Let's see in the first quarter, though. We're up 3-0. Let's see if our offense can step up and get some more points for us. In the meantime, though, we do have 2nd and 6 now coming up for the Hoosiers as Maynard drops back. He's going to throw a bomb down the left sideline. Touchdown, Hoosiers. And Brian Phillips gets the first points for the Hoosiers. And it wasn't even terrible defense. It was just a perfect throw. We knew that coming in, that Mayer had the arm talent to really kill us. And we saw it right there because he was given enough time to do just that. So now it's time for our offense to see if we can go ahead and respond now. 1st and 10 coming up. Going to hand things off to Jesse Green, who really felt could have gotten some more yards upfield. Still was a nice gain, 5 yards, not complaining. Would have blocked a little bit more, though. As a 2nd and 5 now, going to try to jet sweep up the right-hand side as CJ Holman actually gets a carry from the wide receiver position and picks up the 1st down for us that time around. As we continue to rely on this run game, 2nd and 6. Miami cutting upfield, taking a tackle, but rolling over a couple of defenders, though. Way to pick up 15, though. As we're just outside of the red zone. Next 1st down will do just that. As Miami drops back, he's actually going to run for the 1st down. Didn't see anybody open. Gain of 5 for Miami. And a 2nd and 5 now coming up again. Going to try to run another option. In Miami breaks one tackle, but fumbles the football, though, and Indiana's going to recover it. A promising drive for Earlham. And even after we break the tackle, Miami fumbles it. And it looks like he was not down before the ball became loose. So a huge opportunity for us to retake the lead is now gone. And we now need our team to respond on defense to make sure that it doesn't become a 2-possession game. As now, 1st and 10. Maynard gonna hand off to Bass. He's got a nice hole to run through. Eventually brought down again by Otis Finn, but not before picking up 11. As another 1st down coming up for Indiana. Maynard in the shotgun, gonna drop back to pass. It's a play action, trying to throw it over the middle, looking for Joe Lane. But it's dropped for an incompletion. Mario Hernandez was on the coverage. And a 3rd and long now coming up for the Hoosiers. As Maynard drops back, we send the blitz and we force him to throw this thing away. And so we get that stop that we need on defense. We're still only down 7-3, but hey, offense really needs to step up right now. We can't wait another drive. As Holman runs it up the gut, manages to pick up 5 yards on the carry. Nice little gain for the tailback. As we'll have 3rd and 1 now coming up here once again. Needing to pick up this 1st down as we get it to Joakim Short. But there's a flag on the play, though. And there looks like they're going to go ahead and call it on us. I don't think we ended up picking up the first down, but they're still going to accept this clipping penalty. So we have another chance to pick up this first down, this time 3rd and 16. As CJ Holman's going to go in some motion for us on this 3rd down. Patton dropping back, facing some pressure though. Joakim Short coming up, making the grab, and we make them pay for it. They should have declined the penalty. And we get some huge yards, and now we're in business again. In field goal range for Jacob Ramos, but we want more as CJ Holman's brought down. If it wasn't for that shoestring tackle, he was gone for 6. Is now 1st and 10 again, throwing over the middle, looking for Derek Blue. He's been an impact guy here these first couple of games, and gets his first reception in this one, gain of 6. As we have a 3rd and 4 now coming up for Earlham. Basically 3rd and goal at this point as Miami drops back, throws a dart to Derek Blue in the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. Let's go, baby. You'll love to see it. In a 10-7 affair, as we got a 3-point game here, less than 2 minutes left here in this first half. Let's see how this Indiana offense responds as Joe Lane makes another catch again for the Hoosiers. That's his 3rd catch of the day. But we get him to 3rd and long though. Defense, let's get another stop now. Maynard dropping back, facing pressure, going downfield, and it's broken up by Deontay McLaurin, who steps up, gets the 3rd down stop. And with 1:08 left here in this first half, we have a chance to add some more points on the board as Derek Blue gets flipped up into the air but still manages to hang on to it. What a tough freshman. And that gets us to midfield as Patton gets to the line quickly, tries to run the halfback screen, but the Hoosiers sniffed that one out. And we lose 5 as a result of it. Also, having to take our first timeout. So now 3rd and 15 coming up here. Run Joakim Short into motion. We got a guy open. It's Derek Blue who beats his man off the press and makes him pay for it. Touchdown, Earlham. Derek Blue. You love to see it, my guy. And that's a huge play for us. And that gives us a 10-point lead with 45 seconds left. But that still leaves time for this Indiana offense to work. Their strength is passing that football. There's Maynard. He's got elite arm talent, man. So we got to make sure we get some pressure to this quarterback. As when he does have all the time in the world, he's going to tear our defense apart. He's going to make the right decision 9 times out of 10. And we're seeing it so far on this drive so far as Lee Maynard leading a masterful drive so far. As he drops back again. This time, he's thrown, and Mario Hernandez almost has the interceptions. It was in his hands, but he ends up dropping it, though. As now, 2nd and 10 now coming up, dropping back. Going to toss it over to the left-hand side for the 7-yard gain, though. And let's see what we got going on here. But wait, they're going to actually challenge this thing. Let's see where this guy is. And it's pretty close, but I don't think he got the foot down. I've seen crazier calls in NCAA 14. Maybe it's different with the college football revamp. You let me know. But that being said, though, the call is actually reversed. So we're back out. 3rd and 10 now coming up as Maynard dropping back. Throws a dart over to Jenkins, who immediately gets out of bounds. And that stops the clock now. 22 seconds left. Getting into move right now. Maynard throw it to the left-hand side. Gets it to Phillips. It's incomplete, though. And it looks like the Hoosiers are going to go ahead and try and settle for this field goal. We do try to ice them with a timeout, but doesn't work. So we'll try again now to save 1 timeout just in case they somehow miss this thing. As now the kick is up, and it's right down the middle. Field goal is good. That's how we go into the halftime locker room, man. We're up 17-10. I love how we're playing. Question is, can we finish? We have opportunities to win the last one. Can we do it here? Alright, so let's go ahead and find out if we can take care of business here in the second half. Indiana does start with the football. We did receive to start this game, and because they did get that field goal on their previous possession, they will have an opportunity to go ahead and try and tie this game from the get-go. So a big drive for both teams. It will set the tone for the rest of this half for sure. As what a one-handed catch by Bobby Bird, who ends up getting 15. Is now 2nd and 7 now coming up. Maynard dropping back, throwing another dart over to Brian Phillips, who ends up picking 18. In just a couple of passes, they are already on our side of the field. It's 1st and 10 now, dropping back as Otis Finn able to get the hit. I do like to see that. We're getting a lot of QB hits, but we're not getting a lot of sacks so far. Hopefully we can change that here as we almost get to this quarterback again, as Bass nearly picks up the 1st down, a gain of 9. So a 3rd and short now coming up for the Hoosiers. Wouldn't be shocked if they decide to run with this football right here. Although we're seeing some audibles, and it is actually a pass though. They throw quickly over the middle, and it's incomplete. Mario Hernandez again on the coverage. He heard those footsteps. And surprisingly, Indiana's also going to go ahead and settle for a field goal attempt. He's already 1 for 1 and will be 2 for 2 once again here. So we got this down to just a 4-point game as we go ahead. We have our first possession of this second half. As Mario Hernandez, he's actually going to take it out of the end zone. He's got some nice blocks downfield. Breaks 1 tackle, 1 man left to beat. Can he do it? No. But Mario Hernandez looks like he got a little shaken up on the kick return. But hey, great field position that we get to start off. I do hope that Mario Hernandez is okay though. As we'll start things off, hand it off to CJ Holman, who ends up picking up 9 yards on the carry. And that is going to get us into the red zone. As we're trying to get another run going here. Small front to work with as Holman, he breaks 1 tackle and is brought down for a gain of 6. 1st down, Earlham. As now we've got another 1st and 10 coming up. Going to try to run another read option as Miami trying to run downfield, falling forward for a gain of 7. Indiana did actually a pretty nice job of containing that overall. You know, just some tough running by Miami Uiagalelei. As we'll have a 3rd and inches now coming up. Let's see if we can find somebody open. No, but they only send 2 blockers. In Miami, with all the time in the world to throw it, just going to go ahead and run him himself, get ourselves a touchdown on the board. So for the first time today, we have ourselves a 2-possession lead. And now we put the pressure on this offense, who had to settle for a couple of field goals on their last 2 drives. We're bending, but we're not breaking so far, and that's what I really like to see. Is now 2nd and 4 now coming up. Maynard going to throw quickly over the left-hand side. Finds Bird. Deontay McLaurin gets burnt quickly on the outside. And it's a 1st down for Indiana that gets him across midfield. As they'll follow it up by running with the football. And you can see the elusiveness that this guy has. Something I talked about in that Big Earl Football podcast. Matthew Sams was in position, but he's just too quick to do anything about. So now 2nd and 2 now coming up. Maynard dropping back, facing some pressure as Finn Otis gets into the backfield again. Another sack for the big man. That's his 2nd sack of the game. And we get him to 3rd and long now. Let's see if we can get another sack here. Facing some pressure, but finds Joe Lane wide butt naked open though. And they'll get a new set of downs to work with, unfortunately. You know, we're getting the, some good pressure on this quarterback. We honestly are. We just need our coverage to step up just a little bit so that we can go ahead and finish some of these sacks. We're right there. As we'll have a 2nd and 10 now coming up. Maynard dropping back, facing pressure and losing one-on-one. Cameron Frost was there in coverage, but cannot win the one-on-one matchup on Zach Jenkins. And it's a touchdown for the Hoosiers. But it's all good, man. We're up 24-20 as Joakim Short, oh my, makes another great one-on-one catch. That's his 2nd Moss moment of this game, man. You love to see it. And it gives us a first down to work with as well. As Miami dropping back, throwing over to Adam Hill the third, who ends up picking up 7 yards on the catch. He gets lit up there, but still hangs on for it. As we'll have a 2nd and 3 now coming up for Earlham. Gonna run with it again. Holman stiff arming one man to the ground and picks up 11 yards. That gets us to about the 25-yard line. I love to see it. As another 1st and 10 now coming up. Gonna run with it once again. CJ Holman, he's feeling it right now, and you can tell. Another good run for this tailback, who picks up 8. As we'll keep CJ Holman in the game for a 3rd carry in the row. Just trying to pound it down their throat. Pause. And we get another gain of 7 from CJ Holman. And you know, if you can't stop it, we're going to keep doing it until you make adjustments to go ahead and make those stops. As Holman gets into the end zone. That's all CJ right there, man. 4 carries on the drive. And it leads to a touchdown for the Quakers. He gets the job done himself, man. You love to see it. And we're up 31-20 here. Late as we get ready to the last play of this fourth, or at least the last play of the 3rd quarter, I should say. Last play of the 4th quarter, me would have won this thing. But hey, that being said, we're looking really good right now. We got a 2-possession lead going into this thing. We'll just take care of business so that we can get win number 1 this season and get this upset at home. So let's do it. Here we go. Huge quarter for us and huge drive specifically. We can stop them without getting any points. That would be big news for us right here, because then we can control the rest of his game. But it's all on this defense. We just need 1 stop. That's all I'm asking. As Maynard drops back. He's facing pressure, but throws a dart over to Vincent Bryant. Gain of 13. That's the first catch of the day for that young man. As that also gets him into Earlham territory. As Maynard will again drop back. Facing double coverage. And Caden Doman almost gets the interception. You got to make that grab for me, man. You got to make that grab. That would have been huge. That could have been a potential dagger for Indiana. But instead, they're going to get that first down. That's why you got to make plays when you're given the opportunity. Because Maynard doesn't miss very often. Maybe not make a great decision, yes, but not miss with his arm like he did right there. We got to make him pay for it whenever those opportunities come again, if it comes again in this ball game. As we got 2nd and 1 now coming up for the Quakers. Can this defense make a stand? No. Too easy. As Nick Bass gets another 8-yard gain, another first down for Indiana. As they'll have a first set of downs to work with once again. Trying to, just key up with Nate Hunt. As we get beat over the side, but we get very fortunate. Drops to pass. I had to stay outside with Nate Hunt because I didn't want to, give up that in route. Because that's an easy pass for the computer to complete as well. At least force a tougher play. And speaking of our defense, we give up a penalty. As if they don't need more help to score on this drive. Cameron Frost coming through with the penalty. And that dropped interception by Caden Doman, not looking good. And it turns into an Indiana touchdown as well. And I imagine they're going to want to try and go for 2 in the process, so that they can go ahead and make this just a field goal game. So let's see what they end up doing. Maynard dropping back. He's looking around, throws it over to the right-hand side. It's a 2-point conversion. That's good for Indiana. As we get another studio update, our conference rival Defiance is doing pretty good on Wake Forest. They're in a 6-point game going to the last few minutes of this, game that they got going on. We're in a close one as well, only up by 3 points right now. But we do have the ball back. Let's get some time off the clock, and let's see if we can at least get a field goal so that they'll have to score a touchdown on their next drive. Let's see if we can do just that as CJ Holman runs it up the gut and picks up 7. Tough running like that is exactly what we need. But that being said, when we get to 3rd and long, we got to convert on this 3rd and long. Let's see if we can get it done as we try to throw it to the outside. We had the blocks, but the blocks weren't in the right place. Once for that defender, I would have been able to cut up field sooner. Instead, CJ Holman had to try to run away from the defender, and it didn't work out for us, so now we got to go ahead and try to make a stop on defense again. I just need one more stop, and we can get this job done. And there's 2:16 on the clock. This could be Indiana's last possession. As now, Maynard dropping back, going to throw over to right-hand side. Throws it short to Joe Lane. And we keep him in bounds for right now. Make sure that keeps the clock running for the time being, as it is within 2 minutes of the clock now. As here we go, 2nd and 4. Maynard dropping back, facing pressure, but again brought down by Bobby Bird. And it's another first down for him. He's came huge in the clutch. Gotta go quickly though. 1:30 left. As Maynard again throwing over the middle. Tight throw to Joe Lane. Somehow able to make that catch though. As the clock is running down quickly. 1:12 left in this one. Can the defense get a stand? Maynard. It's an easy completion over the middle, of course. And we're supposed to have guys over the middle as well. That's the crazy part. We had a zone there. Got to do so much better with the zone coverage going forward. And now they're very close to getting it in there. 3rd and 6. And we can't get him outside of the first down marker. 1st and goal. We need to stand here. 40 seconds left. Maynard dropping back. We got it covered. But are going to throw it. And we miss the tackles. Oh my goodness. We were right there. We was right there. And we just give Indiana the lead with 35 seconds left. And now it all comes down to this. Jesse Green now fielding some kicks for us because, you know, we got Mario Hernandez is hurt. As Green tries to get it to the outside, he breaks the tackle. And that's a nice way to start this thing off. Can Miami and the rest of his 2-quarterback system that we have on offense get us the first win of the season? Let's see if we can do it. Miami dropping back. He's going to roll out to the right-hand side. Good, try to chunk it downfield. And it's deflected away by William McCarthy. Only 23 seconds left here in this game. It's now 2nd and 10. Miami dropping back. Going to get it to Adam Hill III, who gets to about midfield. I like what I saw there. So we're going to keep trying to take advantage of it. We don't need it all in one play. If we can avoid it, as we'll continue to throw it to Adam Hill III. We can run this same play if we want to, as long as I'm liking the looks, and we're liking the looks that we're seeing right here. We also have 3 timeouts, as Adam Hill makes another catch for us right away. Gain of 14. So we got 2 more shots at the end zone here. Just keep running that play. In best case, we can go ahead and try to get downfield, but we get sacked. We had Derek Blue open. If we had a little bit more time, that could have been 6. So now, 2nd and 18. CJ dropping back, trying to throw it to Jariah Bond. He misses his target too. And 3rd and 18 now. Just going to try to throw it up at this point. Not a lot you can do. We need to get into the end zone at this one. Patton going to try to throw it in there, and it's incomplete. We overthrow it. And we got 000 on the clock. And that's how this game ends, man. We had them right where we thought we were. But we lose. We let them off the hook, man. We lose by a final score of 35-31. We blow a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter. That is insanely tough. But you know, the only thing that we can do now, check out our team stats as well as the individual stats for this one. And what turned out to be a very, very painful loss for us to go ahead and take in. Alright, man, so another really, and I mean really tough loss. We were right there. We had the opportunity to win this game. We should be 2-1 at this point. But we're going to be 0-3 now because of a last-second score. We couldn't respond, unfortunately. And I really think about that fumble that we had in the first half. If we would have just settled for a field goal, we could have kicked that and won this game. Because Jacob Ramos is money, but I mean, it's just not something that we could think about. There's other things that we could have done. It's just one of those things where, like, you think about what could have been. Checking out the stats for our guys though, Miami Ugallie, he played really well today, honestly. 12 for 18, 174 yards, had 2 touchdowns thrown as well. CJ Patton actually wasn't bad either. He was 4 for 8. He had 101 yards passing on top of that, but he missed 2 important throws at the end of the game. You know, we had CJ Patton in because he has the better arm. Nothing we could do about it though. It sucks that we lose this way. It really does suck. But CJ Holman does score on the ground though. He had 17 carries for 111 yards. Miami also found the end zone. He was 9 for 39. As for our receivers, we had us consolidated into 5 receivers. Adam Hill III led the way in catches today. He had 5 total catches in this one, but he didn't lead us in receiving yards. So that was Derek Blue again, who just has really had a phenomenal start to his collegiate career. 4 for 97 and had 2 touchdowns. Jakeem Short had his best game yet in his sophomore campaign. He ended up with 3 for 87. For blocking, we actually didn't get any pancakes today, but Andy Richardson and Lionel Williams each allowed a sack, unfortunately, but it is what it is. As for our defense, Finn Otis was towards the top in terms of getting some tackles on the quarterback. Same with Justin Burden. They each, led with 6 tackles. We did have 2 sacks today by Finn Otis, but nobody else was able to get to this quarterback. We had plenty of QB hits as well, but just they were quick throws sometimes, and our defensive ends, they're only so quick. Finn Otis also leading the way in TFLs. Matthew Sands had a couple as well, and MJ Granson was able to get a tackle in the backfield as well. Same with Justin Burden. And again, no turnovers. But that doesn't mean we didn't have our hands on the ball. We had multiple opportunities to make some catches. Mario Hernandez, he has a pass deflection, and then Caden Donan also had a pass deflection. You gotta make those interceptions, man. You have to make those catches. Like that's the difference, because they were able to score on both times that we couldn't make those catches, and that was the ultimate difference. We lost by 4, and now we're 0-3 partially because of that. But at the very least, though, we do get some more positive recruiting news. Cedric Hill, who we're actually going to see his highlights later on in the season, I think, and then Xavier Robinson, who is a left tackle. Both of them are committed to our squad, and they're our first commits here in Season 3. We ended up playing another ESPN Classic game, but it's another one that we lost. Like I said, man, we should be 0-3 at this point. Or not 0-3, but 2-1. We should be 2-1. We should have 2 wins by now, I swear. But, I mean, it is what it is. Last year, we got blown out, I think, in all of our non-conference games. But this is a painful reminder that we still have a ways to go. We need to figure out how to close these games. We do also get some pretty bad news. We find out that Mario Hernandez actually sprained his knee, and he's going to be out for 6 weeks. And, thankfully we do have a bye week, but even with the bye week, he's going to be out for the next 5 games. And this is a big loss for us. You guys remember, before Mario Hernandez went down with injury, this was a guy, at least the defense was playing significantly better against Indiana, and then almost as soon as he got hurt, our defense couldn't stop what Indiana was trying to do. They are pass heavy. They do have that quarterback with elite arm talent, and not having our best cornerback on the squad, out there on the field really killed us at the end of the day. Our offense couldn't recover in time, and we ended up losing because of it. But hey, you know what, guys? Only thing that we can do now is we go ahead and look forward. What we're going to do next episode, we're going to have another Big Earl football podcast. It's the last football podcast that we're going to have before we go into conference play. Going to take a look at some notable recruiting highlights, have a little bit of a recruiting update, as well as check out the standings, in our conference, as well as at the national level, and close things out by looking at our first conference opponent. It's going to be a good one, so make sure you smash that like button for me. And if you're brand new to the channel and made it all the way to the end of this video, I encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me as well. I would truly appreciate it. Try to grow this community that we got going on here. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and sign off, but I hope you're all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.